Hello, happy to talk to all of you today, wherever all of you are. I've been serving as the fire chief for the last 3 years and started with the organization in 1995. The thing that I love about a career in the fire service is it's so diverse in that you never know what the next call is going to be. I love that it's not a kind of a routine thing that you go and you're kind of doing the same job each day. It could be an automobile accident that you're going to, or a medical call, or a fire. It's kind of the unknown of what's going to happen next, and I've really enjoyed that through my career. And then kind of the camaraderie is that we work a much different work schedule than really any other profession. In that here at the Arlington Fire Department, the crews work what we call a 48-96 work cycle. So they come to work for 48 hours. And then they're off for 96 hours. So you really kind of have this second family that you bond with. The crews, for the most part, work with their same group of people each time. So you've formed some much tighter and stronger work relationships than you would, I think, in other professions, in that you live with these people 24 hours a day, about 8 days a month. So you kind of develop a very tight relationship, and you kind of have a second family. My job is both indoor and outdoor. Some of the calls we'll go to, you're inside. A lot of the calls are outside. Some of them are in like a commercial industrial setting. Others are in a residential setting. You may be off in like a rural wilderness setting. So it's very dynamic and unknown. Some skills that are helpful in this job is that you're an outgoing person. The ability to communicate with people that you don't know is very helpful. You have to be outgoing and good communicator, and you have to want to serve. We are public servants, police and fire, and you have to have that peace in your heart that you want to serve and help people, and that fire service is a very prideful organization. So it helps that you have a lot of self-pride. Our communities hold us in high regard. To have that inside you, that you are prideful of your job, you're prideful of how you present yourself and the department and the apparatus and that, because when we are out interacting with the community, it's humbling how much high regard the community holds us in, and it's a really great feeling. How do you get this job? I get asked that question all the time, and there are a lot of different paths to get to the fire service. There's no one clear-cut path. A college degree is helpful. It's not required, but it is helpful, and I'll let you know right now that in most organizations you will make more. Your salary will be slightly higher if you have a college degree than if you don't have a college degree. All you really need is a high school education, and you can begin competitive testing. And I say competitive because the job is very competitive to get. They're public jobs. It's not unusual for a job offer to have several hundred people to even several thousand people applying for these jobs. The testing process is very much like your high school SAT tests, in that it's some mathematics, some reading comprehension, some reading a story and answering questions about it. They're not geared towards the fire service because you don't have that knowledge yet, right? So it's a general aptitude test, much like your SAT test that you're taking in high school right now. It is important that you are physically fit, you're good cardio and strength wise. The testing process involves like a stair machine, so many minutes on a stair machine with a weighted backpack, and then some strength things where you're picking things up, carrying them, dragging them, simulating some fire service skills like pulling a ceiling with a tool. The stair machine is like 5 minutes, and then we move on to different segments. The entire test is about 15 minutes, and just kind of measures your overall cardio and strength ability. And it's not a scored thing; it's a pass-fail. And so if somebody successfully completes it, you know that they get a card that's good for a year saying that they have passed what we refer to as the CPAT test, and they are physically fit enough to take the test. What other jobs or sectors kind of relate to the fire service? Anything that works in a team environment. The fire service, you're always in groups of two, but more commonly three or four is a crew that works on a fire engine or a ladder truck. And so you have to be able to work in a team environment. Within that small group, there'll be a hierarchy of a lieutenant or a captain that's in charge of that crew. So the ability to either be that leadership person or to work under that position of leadership in that team environment. And some people succeed in that environment and they like working in a crew, and other people prefer to work alone. So that's something to kind of think about too. We work very closely with law enforcement. Here in Arlington, we interact with police officers daily. Police officers, for the most part, work alone, where the fire service, you don't. So that's something to kind of consider is if you're interested in a career in public safety, do I like to work alone or do I like to work in small groups in kind of that more family atmosphere that you're going to spend 24 hours with these people?